Today, I want to share with you the story of Dash, a tiny cat once thrown away like something lifeless, yet he chose to turn pain into the magic of survival. A fragile little soul, so delicate that a single cold breeze could have taken his breath away, and yet he fought and won against fate. Dash was found inside a sealed box, tossed into a dumpster among scraps of metal, plastic bags, and everything the world had already decided to discard. No one knew how long he'd been in there, trapped in darkness, with no air, no water, no hope. His cries were too faint for anyone to hear, but perhaps destiny heard them anyway. When the rescue team opened that box, they froze. Inside were lifeless kittens and one small body still trying to move, breathing faintly like a candle about to go out. The tiny kitten's eyes fluttered open, clouded with exhaustion, yet glimmering with something, a fragile spark of hope, a desperate will to live. That little soul was Dash. Amid the quiet heartbreak of the rescue team, a phone call was made. On the other end was Lindsay, a woman who didn't yet know her life was about to change forever. When she arrived at the shelter, the other kittens had already been adopted. Only one remained, a trembling little cat wrapped in an old blanket. She knelt down, slowly reaching out her hand. And the moment Dash looked up at her, weak but trusting, Lindsay knew she couldn't walk away. "Hey, little one, no one's ever going to hurt you again," she whispered. A simple promise, but to Dash, it was the promise of life. That day, Lindsay took Dash home along with Luna, another kitten he had bonded with at the shelter. Two small souls, two hearts once abandoned, now found each other and found love. At first, Lindsay was afraid she couldn't handle both, but within days, she realized it was the best decision she had ever made. Dash and Luna were like two little sparks that warmed a house that had been quiet for far too long. If Luna climbed the chair, Dash would chase her. If Dash stole a toy, Luna would playfully take it back. Between the meows and the sound of tiny paws racing across the floor, Lindsay realized something profound. Sometimes, when we save a life, we're also saving our own. Time passed, and Dash grew fast like a child reclaiming the stolen childhood. He was no longer the weak kitten trembling in a trash box, but a full of life, clever, mischievous young cat who made everyone laugh. Every morning, he'd run around the house, Luna right behind him in endless playful chases. Two tails flicking, paws tapping on the hardwood floor, and then they'd curl up by the window, soaking in the soft morning light. Lindsay would watch them and smile, thinking that maybe, just maybe, peace had finally returned. But peace didn't last long. When Dash turned 8 months old, Lindsay began to notice something was off. He'd tilt to one side, cough softly, and stop mid-movement, struggling to catch his breath. At first, she thought it was just dust or allergies. But as the coughing worsened, each gasp from Dash made her heart tighten with fear. One afternoon, she decided to take him to the vet. When the x-rays came back, the vet pointed to the faint shadows in his lungs. "Dash has asthma," he said gently. Lindsay froze. "But he's only 10 months old." The vet gave a small, knowing smile. I know, but it's manageable as long as you stay patient. From that day on, everything changed. Every morning and every night, Lindsay prepared a small inhaler, what they lovingly called the Puff Puff Party. At first, Dash was terrified, hiding under the table, resisting every breath. But slowly he understood this wasn't punishment. It was how he could breathe easier and stay by the side of the person he loved most. Now, every time Lindsay picks up the inhaler and says, "Time for Puff Puff, Dash," he tilts his head, lets out a soft meow as if to answer, "I'm ready." And in that quiet moment between the hiss of medicine, the sound of gentle breathing, and those trusting eyes, there's a love so steady, so unspoken, that it fills the entire room. Over time, Dash adapted. He grew stronger, braver. 4 years later, the kitten who once struggled to breathe had become a warrior, resilient, and full of life. Dash has his quirks. He wakes up at 4 or 5 a.m., meowing loudly for breakfast. Lindsay calls it hangry hour. At night, he's cautious, easily startled by sudden noises. He loves affection, but only on his terms. If Lindsay tries to scoop him up unexpectedly, he'll gently push her away, as if to say, "I love you, but not right now." And yet, despite his independence, their bond runs deep. He's been through surgeries, countless vet visits, and endless nights of worry. But through it all, Dash has never stopped trusting her. "He's my boy," Lindsay says softly. "We've been through so much together. He's brave, he's funny, he's one of a kind." So if you ever have the chance to open your arms, do it. Don't look for perfect, look for love. Because sometimes the tiny soul you save today might just be the one that saves you tomorrow. And if you'd like to hear more true stories like Dash's stories of hope, healing, and the quiet strength of compassion, you're welcome to stay with us. A simple, like a small share or subscribing means more than you think. Because every act of kindness helps these stories of love and rescue reach another heart that needs to hear them.